Welcome to Healing Through Dentistry podcast,
where we redefine health, wellness, and the power of your smile.
We're your hosts,
Hanna
and Eva, twin sisters, qualified dentists and medical doctors.
This is more than a dental podcast.
It's a journey into profound connection between oral health and whole body healing.
Through personal stories, inspiring client transformations, and expert insights,
we explore how dentistry can ignite energy, relieve chronic pain, and transform lives.
Get ready to discover the extraordinary ways your smile can heal, inside and out.
Let's begin. Welcome to a next episode. We're going to talk about Tony Robbins and the events we attended. And I loved the first one we did. It was Unleash Your Power Within. It was online.
It was actually. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
In this summer series, we're sharing our favorite books, our favorite people we get inspired by, our favorite documentaries, and our, even healing and self-development stories. Because in my opinion, or in our opinion, this is what is healing you. And even the sharing is healing. So we decided to do a summer series about this. And today it is about our big idol called Tony Robbins. Who's Tony Robbins, Eva, for people who don't know?
So we love stories. So I love Tony Robbins' story because I think the life forms you and you do what you do because you had some experience. So for this guy, it was that he had childhood when he had difficulties with his mother. She was abusive. She had many husbands. He was losing them. They didn't have food to eat. And he actually had to look after his siblings. So he was taking care of everything and everybody, and they were really have a little money or no money. So just in very early in his age, he was exploring what could he do to be different. But in his life, he was not healthy. He was overweight. I remember he was saying that he was going on the beach one day. He was not feeling well physically, and he was listening to some music. And then the life brought him to his life, his mentor, and that's what changed his life. So he started being educated, but he didn't have money for that. So this is just like a issue which lots of us would be holding us back from, that, these courses are expensive. I don't have to go there to pay that. But Tony Robbins, he had very little. He had 3 jobs as a very young kid, and he did it anyway. So this is his concept. He is now feeding billions of people, and he is helping millions of people all around the world for past, I would say, 40 years. He's a huge mentor. He is also big. He is tall because this story is also, he had a tumor, which was the really growth hormone. And that's why he was very tall. He became very tall, which in stage of his life was not easy, but he also overcame it.
Yeah, he's a businessman. He is a sportsman. He inspires me by his relationship to his wife also. So he's got so many levels and he has written so many books. So whatever you're dealing with, be it relationship or career or business, grab his book.
Yeah.
And we do recommend to take the online course, because it's true that we have started Tony Robbins online. Every single year, I think it's January or February.
It's always January. He starts the year and there is an event for free. It's called Unleash Your Power Within. Or Unstoppable. But it's the beginning of the year to just go to the year.
I think it's unstoppable because then you can
attend Unleash Your Power Within, which is in person for 4 days. But what I like to say about Tony Robbins also, he is mentor to the biggest, to the presidents. He is mentor to businessmen. He is mentor to sportsmen. And
was it Serena Williams?
Serena Williams, yeah. He was advising. And also I love his story about his mercury poisoning, because he ate lots of fish, big fish. And because he had health challenges, so, we're here sitting and we are helping people to remove heavy toxic metals from their body, meaning amalgam fillings and metal crowns and implants. But for Tony Robbins, it was actually eating big fish. And he had health challenges, which he was not talking about. And he's so knowledgeable, and always he goes deep into what he is doing, that he wrote a book which is called Life Force, and it's all medical. So anybody here from medical field, or even who is not, I recommend this book. It's very detailed. It goes into frequencies, it goes into nutrition,
exercise,
and it's extraordinary. So we started in that event online, which gave us an idea what it is. And then Tony Robbins was coming to Europe. So we were like, wow, he's really online most of the time, so we should really go, because who knows whether he would be touring, because he tours less and less. He has a little daughter now. So we went to Great Britain to do the Unleash Your Power Within, and I have to say it changed my life totally, because the first thing he says is the state is your physiology. So he brings the movement into your body to change your thought, your thinking, and he tries to rewire your nervous system very quickly. So he goes beyond.
So his big motto, sorry Eva, I'm just going to say his big motto says, emotion comes from motion. Meaning, and that's, you probably all know it, I know it from my experience, whenever I am down or, there's some issues, hiccups or whatever, what has helped me in the past always was movement. So Hanna, go for a run. Hanna, go and cycle. Hanna, jump, or, just start jumping on one spot. It's just like the motion really helps, because what it does is
changes the state of mind,
and changes the chemistry in your body, because it's releasing chemicals, good chemicals into your body, which is releasing also, serotonin and dopamine and the happy, bubbly hormones, which makes us better. So,
yeah. So within these 4 days, you would unlock your unconscious belief. You would remove the blocks you don't even know you have. You would cry, you would laugh, you would move a lot, you would go beyond in terms of time, because Tony Robbins, he doesn't stop. There is no break. So I have to share that I decided, and this is also interesting to say as twins, because we decided for this event that we would like to have our own experiences. So we booked a separate hotel,
yes,
which was for first time in our life. So we booked a separate hotel that we were believing that we would really don't see each other, but there was 10,000 people and still we were meeting each other at breaks. I don't know how, but this is
and
how
even in the crowd, it was kind of bizarre.
Anyways, we had
but Eva, you didn't finish maybe the thought, because you decided that you're gonna start fasting.
Yes.
And then you come over and I said, I decided to fast.
Started fasting too, because the first day they were talking about that the energy doesn't go from food, and we all agree about that. It doesn't go from food, because you just eat and then you want to sleep, right? So because it was Britain, because you have snacks you have in Britain, which are the sandwiches, and so I wasn't even attracted. I was like, let's try. And I wasn't really forcing myself. I was like, I'll see what happens. And I would say 5 days without food, I would go more. And I've never had the emotion I've had. I had tears size of big peas rolling from my eyes when we were doing some meditations. And because Tony Robbins is not only the guy who says yes all the time, and that's what I wasn't
and
really,
yells, because he does have a strong voice, and he makes you jump, and he makes you really not to be like, his point is to grab your focus at all times, all the time. So he doesn't want you to sit down and like go into your old patterns. He wants to rewire you and your nervous system. So everything he does, and that's why I love him, is for a reason. So every single sentence he says, every single yelling, like harsh talking, sometimes, whatever he does.
He does what is needed, and he has a gift to read and perceive people's emotions. So who would like to know a little bit more? See the documentary I Am Not Your Guru on
cool.
Netflix, which I have seen several times over the years, and it always makes me cry because it's beautiful how they capture the event, which is called Date with Destiny, which he does every year in West Palm Beach. And I was so grateful I could attend this event. It made me cry right now. It was life changing, very beautiful event. You're meeting beautiful people, but it's not about the other people. It's about you and getting to you, but on a very molecular level again. So I encourage everybody who thinks it's too much, say yes. To have a look on
To say yes and actually explore
have a look on these courses, because lots of clients, they would tell me, no, he doesn't attract me and there is too much jumping and
maybe I was like that too. I was like,
I think we were
I'm
like
quite
that.
high energy, and I was like, oh, I don't understand him that well because he's just like yelling and like his harsh voice is just too much for me. But one thing led to another. I've had several like nudges saying, oh, maybe we explore it. And then here it comes, online course. And then here he goes. We were really attracted to go to Manchester to see him live, which was yet again life changing.
Beautiful.
And Eva then did take the mastery courses. So she's been doing a bit more.
Yes, Date with Destiny.
But maybe Eva, maybe touch on what's part of it, because I think what's a big thing why people change as well so much. Like, one, he doesn't let you to have, he wants you to totally disconnect from your environment. So you really started like 8:00, you finish, like the first day was finishing at like midnight or after midnight by walking on a fire, like a charcoal, like that's what I mean, serious.
That's how the mind is powerful. That's
what we both did. And I can't believe it till now that we actually did it. I still need to laugh when I'm just like really
it's a hypnotic state.
Yeah.
It's just the main focus. You focus, you can achieve anything. Yeah. You set up your goals, you think about your life, you release all the traumas after meditation he does. You're thinking, he makes you think about things you have never thought about. He is releasing or erasing or transforming, or you are the one who is redoing your chart or your board for the values, So sometimes.
So one was, he doesn't let you, sorry about the jump for because I didn't finish my sentence. So one is that he doesn't let you to rest. But the second thing, which you started, I was just so tuned to me, she started to describe, but I just want to stress it. He makes you to sit down and write down your thoughts, your values, your dreams, and actually gather your, thoughts. Because at the end of the day, who from you guys, and I was like that too, who just stop in our busy lives and sit down and write down what he wants or she wants, or write down their goals for the very next 2 months, or a goals for a year, or a goals for 3 years, or even, their dreams for their life. So almost no one. So he is amazing in that sense that he let you to sit down and he really dig deeper. Sometimes it's really uncomfortable. You're like, oh my goodness. Some of the meditations, some of the things you need to write, you don't want to write down because it doesn't come out amazing. And you're like, oh my goodness. But that's exactly what it needs to be written down and put into our consciousness, because then we can work with it cautiously and we can resolve it. Because if it is hiding, in our subconscious, we're not even aware of it. So that's why he's amazing, because one of his stories also, Eva, why he does what he does is that he met someone who did the NLP technique, which is neuro-linguistic technique, which goes into your subconscious. So he, in his work, uses a lot of NLP stuff. He used that for Serena Williams as well, for golfers, famous golfers and other high-level athletes and businessmen, like Eva said, presidents. And he uses it for you too. So you get inspired even with, stories he shares from his life, but also about his clients. You see them like in front of your eyes, because there's always many people who share, their journeys. You speak to them, but also they, come up on a podium and share it out loud. And it's amazing how people can turn their lives from suicidal, tendencies to
leading leaders and inspiring others how to live life.
Or from like terminal diseases to abundance of wealth and health. So we strongly recommend Tony Robbins. Ever want to say something?
And I would like to
more?
finish with what Tony Robbins is a great mentor of, that we are hard on ourselves. And he says very often that we do overestimate what we can achieve in 1 year, and we underestimate what we can achieve in a decade. So that's a very big thing if you say it slowly and if you think about it. So thank you for
look
listening.
Up Tony Robbins and his beautiful wife, Sage.
Yeah, I was going to talk about Sage in the next episode, because I think
exactly. So
we should.
Sage is next turn in next episode, and let's
see you in the next episode. Thank you for joining us on Healing Through Dentistry podcast.
We hope today's conversation has inspired you to see your smile as the gateway to whole body well-being.
To stay connected, visit us on our website or follow us on social media.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who could benefit.
Until next time, remember, healing starts with a smile.
Take care,
and we will see you in the next episode.